Hey, Anthony Pittman. I'm a superintendent here at the Everett Community College for Mortenson. When we launched this back in November, I think a lot of the craft, they were surprised. They hadn't heard this information before. And when we did toolbox talks and we brought up energy drinks, a lot of folks would look at it in their hand and they're like, wow, they're talking about me, right? And a lot of the craft, they heard it, they listened, and they tried to make changes.
My name's Robert Jones. I'm 41 years old. Unfortunately, I have experienced a lot of loss with my immediate family, unfortunately due to heart disease. But starting at about 35 years old is when I would go start seeing physicians, explaining to them, I want to talk about heart health, and wanted doctors' opinions on what to do to get more longevity out of life and better quality of life with the extensive history my family has with heart disease. Well, the first time that I went to the doctor about it was down in Oregon, and that's the first time I got put on cholesterol medication. Unfortunately, when I moved back up to Washington, I stopped taking it.
When we started the program back in October, Bob wanted to talk about it, right? Because he had a story, and he took some initiative there and made some changes.
A little over a month ago, I experienced a heart attack. I was working at the time. It was quite scary because it's not the type of pain that you would imagine it to be. Something very easy to look over or not really pay attention to. My first instinct was tell someone, let somebody else know, don't just blow it off. You would much rather get looked at and say, yeah, it was nothing, rather than a loved one or a coworker finding you in a worse position. I don't want to be another statistic. I don't want to die.
When Bob experienced his heart attack, he first reached out to me through a text message. I was actually leading an orientation, and luckily it was on my watch, and I looked and I saw that Bob said he had some pain in his chest. So I immediately called him, asked him where he was at. He said he was in the trailer, and he was checking his blood pressure, and the numbers were really, really high. So I went and saw him immediately, and Bob wasn't Bob. His face was really pale, and he was kind of not really aware of what was going on. He told me that he was fine, just to wait for his wife to come, and I said, I'm not waiting. And I immediately called 911. What prompted me to take that action of calling 911 is it was all still fresh in my head. I had the opportunity to share 12 weeks worth of toolbox talks with everybody, so the information was there.
Thankfully, because of his quick actions, probably saved my life.
It's definitely tough for people in the construction industry to talk about their health. Being in a group setting and sharing all the information that the American Heart Association has given us, it lets them come to me, come to anybody else in our office, and they can ask for the information and we have it to give to them.
The AHA coming on site, it keeps it fresh in your head, it takes the stigma out of, caring about yourself. I just hope that my message lets people know that that little thing you do does help, and don't wait until something catastrophic happens to have to change your habits. Listen to my story and learn from it.